Okay, let's see here. Category. Whoop. Okay. All good stuff. Perfect. Okay. So we are going live now. It's been a little bit, but we are continuing another 10 campaigns. All right. Here we go. Testing to see the performance of specific factions under the fog of war. I might have to make the UI just a little bit smaller. It's gonna do fine right now. Goal's just 10 more campaigns to turn 50. Document the factions like Clan Eshin, Greenskins, Hellebron, Lokir, Marathi. Let's see here. Moors, Nagaron, Pestilence, Manfred, and Vlad. Just see how well they do with the Fog of War hiding them. That's another Morgur dead. Gosh. I still have yet to see that Herdstone of Morgur. Guess he's technically got like 70 more campaigns. So we'll see if he does it. Doubtful, though. Red Fang's dead. How many turns is that for Red Fangs? 8? Seems too many. I feel like Grimgor should wrap up the Red Fangs within like 5 or 6 turns. Ooh, we got a little Tarox Herdstone here. Kazrak already has his. Like Malagor has a Herdstone as well. Very nice. Hmm. I'm gonna grab some water real fast. Be right back. Okay. Got some fresh water ready to rumble. Red Cloud dead. That's Clan Eshin's doing there. Oh wow. Gromdian, what is it, turn 14? Something like that. Yep, turn 14 it was. With Grom dead. That's to be pretty much expected. And look, it was Eotine as well that took his last settlement, that Shrine of Loic there. It's a rough life for Grom on Ulthuan. Looks like Malekith's off to a pretty good start up top. Oh, he's going to war with the Norscan tribes up there now. Oh, look at the leaf cutters here in Middenland. Auckland came over, took Middenland's capital in a minor settlement, and the leaf cutters were able to take two little settlements there in Middenland. An actual little greenskin presence. Karakazol's dead. Oh, looks like Rictus was killed off either by Forgebound or Tarox, because I know Tarox did go to war with him. Looks like the vampires are starting to expand out now. Got Averlin dead, and I just saw Manfred push up north a little bit there. Sisterhood of Lamia claiming a second settlement. That's usually a pretty passive little faction there. Don't do much. Bloody Hand's quite large this campaign. Ooh. Ballers and a gosh bite in the dust. What is going on with the stream? No data? Okay, excellent. What the heck? YouTube's giving me issues. Oh, yep. Just double checking something on my other monitor. Oh, looks like Beric Var's getting the business done. Perhaps a war between Tyrion and Eltharion here? Maybe? Claim Pestilence is still alive. Not too bad. Marathi has her home province. Oh, dwarves going to war with Grimgor. Got Manfred going up into Kislev and Ostland area up there. Bloody Spear's dying. Strigios dying. Dwarves taking control of Mount Gunbad there. Ostermark dies. Oh wow, we have Reichland all the way up at the top of Talabakland here, right at the tip. It looks like Talabakland's fighting Draika. Oh, that's an early Confederation of Carrick-Cadrin there, and Osland dies now too. Looks like Nordland attacked them, as well as Manfred. Clan Mulder might have also been involved with that. There goes Beric Var. So Beric Var dead. I think Grimgor might hard focus the dwarves here. We'll see what happens. Lord Skrolk going to war with Teclis here. Rictus Clan Nest putting immense pressure on Imric here. That's a very powerful minor Skaven faction. I wonder if the Clan Nest kills Imric, if they'll turn their attention towards Grimgor or the dwarves there. Oh, Pestilence declaring war on even more people. So Pestilence is pretty much at war with everyone in Lustria now that's adjacent to him. However, reducing Itza to the capital city there is pretty strong for them. Itza is their biggest predator. Tarx did a really good job. He desecrated Bloodground, this whole area here. It's going to take a large faction probably to budge him out. Probably it's going to take Malekith. Oh, it does look like Tyrion and Eltharion are at war here. And I think Marathi's been a little distracted at war with Hexawaddle. It looks like Skeggy's taken advantage of that too. Siloster dying, Clark Heron dying. I didn't even think Clark Heron had a city left, so I guess I didn't see it. Either way, rip. Oh, Wardens of the Living Pools coming out of their forest to attack Clan Pestilence. Oh, and it looks like, yep, Skrolk just killed off Teclis there. This is really good for Skrolk. This is actually a pretty strong start for him. You have Lokir taking the volcanic island there, and Skrolk able to solidify his home province and probably take Chupariolo next turn. Get that gold mine. He should be able to handle these lizardmen now. That is a strong start for Pestilence. And one you don't see very often. Yeah, Shreds, there was an early Confederation. I'd say it was probably like 10 to 15 turns ago. Thorgrim confederated Ungrim there. It was pretty early. What's really crazy was it wasn't Beric Var or Zufbar. It was, he chose Carrick-Cadrin. They must have lost an army to the Bone Rattlers or the Red Eye or something like that. Made them easier to confederate. Oh, the Leaf Cutters did get kicked out of Middenland there. And I guess Middenland didn't die. They got 2 cities left, unless the Empire resurrected them, like they do. Man, Clan Eshin reduced to just a single settlement here, but the Clan Nest is really going ham. Kathik dies. There go the broken chains. Looks like Malekith's probably going to start making his way south now. Vlad didn't do a whole lot. Here, we got 10 turns left, but doesn't look like he's doing all that much. Yeah, neither did Clan Moors. Week's just pretty much sitting down there on 4 settlements. Oh, look at that. Okay, Eschen did do something. He Snikch and Imrik just completely traded places here. Capital for capital. Oh, there's another confederation for the dwarves too. Trying to hang in there. Oh, border princes making themselves known here. I guess fighting both Grimgor and the Bloody Hands. Oh, and Trace dying. Seems like all of Eltharion's military might must be up north, while Tyrion's coming up from the south and hitting his southern flank there. Oh yeah, look at that. Clan Pestilence having a great turnout this campaign. He still hasn't conquered Itza or the Warden of the Living Pools, or the Cult of Sotek, but he's got each of them down on one settlement. That and Tlaxcalan there, probably on their last leg, and I'd have to imagine he might have good relations with Lokir here. Confederation for Morathi there, the Forge Bound. She's probably made some contact with Malekith at this point. Really good turnout from the Bone Rattlers this campaign. Look at that. Coming all the way south, taking Zilfbar there. Eric Kadrin as well. Red Eye Tribe still alive. Really good performance from those. Celestial Storm coming out down here in the southern Badlands. That, and it's funny to see the Silver Host still alive too. They even took Nagashazar. Looks like Tyrion's going to war with Averlarn and Illyrian. Ooh, lots of ruined cities here right next to Draika. Big confederation for Eotine with Tiranoc. Oh, and then Mazdamundi going to war with Tyrion. He's probably got enough on his plate, though, with Skeggi, and I think he's still at war with Morathi as well. Probably not the best idea. Okay, Averlarn going to war with Ivras now, too. Pretty much all of Ulthuan is at war with itself. Dwarves still holding on to Mount Gunbad, though. That's really good for them. Looks like the border princes might have been pushed back just a little bit. Oh, Katep going to war with Morathi here. And Nagaron going to war with Ghosts Ahwax or Oxenwaddle. Yeah, I haven't been paying attention to Oxenwaddle. He's only got 2 settlements up there. Oh, look at Draika. Just took like 4 cities in the matter of like 2 or 3 turns. She must have went to war with the vampires or something. Alright. So this is the end of the first campaign. I'm gonna write down the performance of our target factions. Looks like we got Eschen with 2. Grimgor here. What do you got? 9. Hellebron, pretty sure is 0 because she gets confederated every single time. Lokir actually has 4 this time around. Morathi is 5, 6, 7. Moors is still on 4. What do you got, Malekith? 14. Alright. Not your best showing. Pestilence doing fantastic this time around. 10. Okay. And then Manfred and Vlad. Let's see what we got here. 8 and 3, respectively. Okay, I'm just gonna zoom in real quick just to make sure. Okay, yeah, Fog of War is off. Perfect. Alright, so we're gonna get going on the second campaign to 50 turns. Cool. Got a phone call. I'll have to answer that later. Alright. So the goal today is just try to get through 10 more campaigns to turn 50 with Fog of War on and continue the venture that I started 2 weeks ago. It's been pretty busy in the meantime, so I haven't really had the time to do it. But we're gonna get it done. Hopefully I can get this done before any like hotfix or patch, so that way I don't have to update all the mods and stuff again. But if we do get that patch, no worries. That's always good to see the game getting updated, bugs fixed, and everything. I know I rail on C8 about that occasionally. Alright. Here we go. Get that going. Get the nice zoom here. I think we're all set. All right. So far, nothing out of the ordinary. I think the first like 1 to 2 turns are pretty routine. There's only a handful of things that I can think of that can go differently on like the very first turn. The one that sticks out in my mind is whether Vlad declares war on Stirland and Clan Ferric, or if he just declares war on Stirland. It's one of the few things I can think of that's really different. Oh, where's that getting confederated by a minor faction? It happens. Oh, there's a very early confederation of the Red Fangs. 2 turns earlier than last campaign there. Rachnos dead. There goes Morgur again. Like Lokir is gonna attack the Cult of Sotek. Oh, lots of war declarations. Tons of them. Looks like Kazrak has his herdstone. Malagor has his herdstone as well. Oh, Visenland going to war with the Reichland really early. Even taking a little slice of the Reichland. So Reichland right now at war with both Marienburg and Visenland. Oh, Marathi going to war with the Sisters of Twilight really early too. I think they got a long way to go to get to her though. Red Cloud dying to Clan Eshin over there. Oh, looks like Throg got confederated by the Nagel Farlings up there, and there's Hellebron getting confederated. Khemri going to war pretty early with Rapunzel down there. There goes Grom again. Oh, and Loki are dying same turn. There's peace with Marienburg for the Reichland. So I think they're just at war with Vissenland probably, and the Skull Smashers still. Oh, look at that. Grimgor's already pushing into the Silver Road. This is really early. Soldier Tor dead. That's Marathi with her starting province completed. Oh, Thorgrim just retook that city from Grimgor almost immediately. Khemri off to a pretty good start. He's probably has less pressure from the top knots because Malagor must be harassing them pretty well. And I just say that, but then the top knots just took another city from Khemri. It's probably a lot more even back and forth now, though, with having Malagor in the mix. Helheim dying, New Road Colonies, and Black Venom dying. So, Imric doing all right. Probably gonna start war with Eshin and the Clan Nest after that, though. Is Nakai alive? That's a good question. Yes, he is. He is alive. I saw his turn. Looks like Nakai's taken 2 cities as well here for his vassal. Oh, there's a confederation with Zufbar and a military alliance for the dwarves. If I had to imagine, Nakai is probably around here somewhere by the Hunt Marshal. There's the war with Clan Eshin with Imric there. Yep, Nakai's still kicking. I just try to look for his little banner up here whenever the lizard men go flying past. Oh man. Oh, there's his army right here. That's Nakai right there. Looks like he's in Itza. Yeah. That's funny. I saw that just as you said that. I wonder where he's headed. I guess we'll find out. Clan Pestilence, yeah, got dunked on by Itza there. Complete opposite of last campaign, really, for him. Looks like the dwarves and Grimgor are really trading some cities here. Giving up some territory in the Silver Road, but pushing down towards the Black Crag for the dwarves. Beric Var's still alive, too. Looks like Manfred is kind of struggling to get something going here. He really only has Eastern and Western Sylvania, maybe one additional city there in Ostermark. That's about it, though. I'd expect him to have just a little bit more by now. Creeping Death dead. Probably taken out by the Border Princes, I'd have to imagine. Tarox must have met his demise up here too, because he usually makes a little herdstone here in Clark Heron. Oh, look at that. Wait, is Nakai at war with Itza? That's not cool. It looked like he flipped that city from Itza. Drake could go into war with Austin and Manfred go into war with Stirland. Oh, look at that. Vampires took a city way up north. Very far away from home. And the Reichland kills off Vissenland there. Well, it looks like Corone was able to put the pain to Marienburg as well. Strong start for both Corone and the Reichland. Yep, they are still alive. Usually Grimgor's put the pain to him by now. I think Grimgor got very early distracted with Thorgrim though. So probably eased pressure on Karak Azul down there. I have to imagine Skull Crag might kill off Karak Azul soon though. Or Grimgor. Because the Bloody Spears is doing pretty good. Still hold Mount Gunbad, which is very important. Yep, there they go. Who was it? Was it Grimgor or Skullcrag? I couldn't see. Probably Grimgor. Wow, the vampires have a huge gap in their territory that they're conquering. They're up there in the Ostland area, claiming some settlements. Well, they're not even connected. Vlad's not doing half bad either. You have to be wary of the Reichland, though, with 2 full provinces. Reichland's going to be pretty tough. Looks like Marathi made landfall on Ulthuan here. Taking Tiranoc. Tretch had a good campaign so far as well. I guess without Tarox attacking him, he does kind of alright. There's Talea dead. Look at that, Pirates of Sartosa and Estalia. I don't see that very often. But it looks like Clan Scryer killed off Talea, though. Ooh. Tretch killed off Kotep this campaign. Tretch is doing pretty darn good. Ooh, look at that. Krokgar's pushing out too. I think he just killed off Kalita. Next he'll probably fight the Silver Host and then bring it to Bleak down here. Yep, there's Kalita dead. Ooh, big confederation for Eshin there. Yeah, Emmerich's in trouble. Looks like he's at war with Grimgor and Clan Eshin. And Clan Eshin just confederated. And Grimgor take Karazakarik right there. That's real bad for the dwarves. They're missing their capital and they don't have Mount Gunbad. They've been reduced pretty much to 3 minor settlements in Zufbar. There's Tiranoc dead. Marathi making short work of the west coast there. Skaven and Dark Elves are actually pretty easy allies as well. They don't have a negative affinity with each other, so they generally ally up pretty easily. Interesting campaign. As I was playing the Ghosts, I was working with Kotep, and he helped me defeat Nagron in my campaign. Nice. Yeah, Kotep's a lot of help if you're playing some, non-evil faction up there. He'll generally like you, help you out. He's a lot of help if you play like Sisters of Twilight, Nagarythe, Oxawatl. Oh yeah, Kotep's a good guy. Oh, look at Manfred. He's going wild up there in Kislev. Oh, Grimgor just takes the entire Silver Road. Looks like Karak Kadrin got confederated again, and Nakai dies this turn. Looks like he was at war with Itza. That's crazy. Oh, Dryka dead. Tala Backlund killed him off. Yep, Grimgor's going medieval on Imric down there. No doubt what's Imric's dead. Grimgor will probably turn his attention to Clan Eshin or to the dwarves to finish them off. Oh man. But the dwarves lose Zufbar to a rebellion. Holy cow. Cursed Jungle by Mordkin. Oh man. They traded places with Kroq-Gar pretty much. There's Illyrian dead. Oh yeah, Morathi's going wild. Sterling dead? Oh! That was Malice Darkblade down there. Okay. There goes Imric. Tyrion finally deciding to get involved once Morathi has like half of Ulthuan. Gosh, that's a pretty big Tretch. Wonder if Tretch will be on good terms with both Morathi and with Malekith. That'd be a really strong alliance there. And Manfred doing quite well this campaign as well. Ooh, another city taken by Grimgor from the dwarves. Dwarves been reduced pretty much just down to Karak Kadrin. Grimgor still has some really strong confederations too. Still has the Scabby and Skull Crag that he can take. I say that, but it looks like Skull Crag is going to get conquered by Queek. And the Bloody Spears just died. The dwarves did take Mount Gunbad. However, they're going to have to build it up. Oh, looks like Tretch got war declared on Rictus there, so I don't think Tretch wins that one, unfortunately. We'll see if Vlad can put one more on the scoreboard here in 2 turns. I'm sure he can. Yep. Awesome. Help bump those numbers up. Oh, and Morathi trying to get some late game points on the scoreboard too. With 2 turns left pretty much on the campaign. Oh, look at that. Malekith going to war with Marathi. You don't see that very often. They actually have a bonus to relations with each other, so it's really strange to see. I've seen it a couple times before, though. Alright, that is the second campaign to 50 turns. We'll just see how all the factions that we're looking at did. We got Eshin down here with 5. Or no, wait. They got 2 more over here. They got 7. Eshin with 7. How many does Grimgor have? 14. Not bad. Hellebron once again getting confederated, as she does. Lokir with 0. Marathi 17. Clan Moors 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Nagaron 21. Very nice. Pestilence is dead. Manfred and Vlad. 21 and 6. Perfect. Alright. We'll get started on the third campaign today. Let's look at this before we head out. Gotta fly? Yep, take care, Shreds. Thanks for stopping by. You have a good one. Alright. Get this third campaign kicked off. Go 50 turns once again. Just like that. Here we go. Ooh, another early war between Reichland and Visenland. This time the Bloody Hands take the Teeth Snatches. We'll see if Wurzag takes the Scabby Eye this time as well. It's like Kazrak and Malagor both putting up their herd stones. Ooh, Draika declaring lots of war. Oslin and Ostermark. I think she's also at war with Talabacland. Or Sterlin, one of the two. So she's at war with at least 3 Elector Counts now. Oh, there is a Confederationist Gabii by Wurzag. And Beric Var did declare war on Wurzag, so he's just going to roll right over Beric Var as well. It's going to be a strong opener for Wurzag. Wow, Visaland got obliterated. They hardly lasted like 5 or 6 turns. That was ruthless. Karl just completely destroyed them. That wasn't even a contest. That military alliance between Nagaron and Harganeth, no doubt they'll just turn into a confederation in a couple more turns. Imric and the Rictus clan does kill off Helheim there. So I'm sure Imric will wind up at war with the Clan Nest or Clan Eshin very shortly. Oh, look at that. Tiranoc taking all of Soldier Tor's cities there. Marathi only has the ancient city right now. There's no doubt she'll push back up though, retake those cities. Red Cloud dead. There it is. Nagaron Confederates Harganeth. Blue Vipers dying, Clan Mange dying. Who's the Reichland at war here? Is it Talabacland? Reichland is really close to Sylvania already. That's bad news for the vampires. Oh, Marathi confederating the Bleak Holds there. Hey, Tarok's made an appearance again. He finally put up his herd stone. I thought the Bloody Hands would just roll over Beric Var, but I guess the Border Princes are helping out quite a bit there. Ooh, Imric at war with Eshin now. Clan Rictus going to war with some High Elves as well. look at Cetra. He's got 4 cities down here. With the top knots dead, Cetra might be able to focus fire some Bretonnians down here and take quite a bit of land. It was Talabaclan. So the Reichland has killed off both Visenland and Talabaclan now. Ruthless. Huge confederation for Grimgor there, getting the Skull Crag. Quite large. Probably will take out Karak Azul next. Maybe start heading north after that. Manfred going to war with 2 Elector Counts. Looks like Averland declaring war on the von Karsteins. Oh, Queek and Thorgrim going to war with Grimgor. Not sure who Grimgor was at war prior to that. Looks like Marathi's just hanging in there. But with Malekith going to war with Nagarythe, that might ease up pressure on Morathi. She might be able to push back out. Just having a rough go of it this campaign. Ooh, Reichland going to war with Manfred. I guess I didn't see that. Pushing into Eastern Sylvania there. That's rough for Manfred. That is gonna hurt. Yep, there she is. Looks like Morathi finally pushed back out just a little bit. Looks like Hexawada wants some of that high elf as well. When we're at Nagarythe and Tiranoc. Probably the end of Vlad here within the next 10 to 15 turns. As it looks like Reikland is at war with Vlad as well. Strangely, Caracazol is still alive. Ooh, look at what Nakai's done down here. He's claimed 4 cities for his vassal. I haven't seen if Nakai's still alive. I'll have to check the banners. Manfred is fighting back over here. Wonder if Dreka will come out, get involved, maybe declare war on the Reikland if she hasn't yet. Look what Marathi can do just whenever the pressure eases up on her. All it took was for Malekith to declare war on Althanar, and Hexawaddle to declare war on Tiranoc, and all of a sudden she's already on the west bank of Ulthuan. And Vlad goes down to the Emperor. Queek killed off Thork in this campaign, though. Manfred's just got to hang tight 10 more turns. Don't want to die before the 50 turn mark. Ooh, Tarks just died. New World Colonies died too. Manfred still has Castle Drakenhof. Looks like he's lost everything he has up in like Ostlin and Ostermark up there. Manfred's really struggling. Karak Azul finally goes down. Bone Rattlers are doing okay. Oh, Beric Var dies as well. Yeah, it is. Uh, 7, we're doing, let's see. What campaign are we on? We're on the 3rd campaign today. We're going to do 10 campaigns to 50 turns. Just a continuation of the last stream from pretty much 2 weeks ago. Ooh, Confederation Occult of Pleasure. So yeah, there will be 7 more campaigns going to turn 50 after this one. Oh man. I think Manfred will make it though. He's got 3 more turns. He just has to hold Castle Drakenhof 3 more turns. Ooh, lots of war declarations. Looks like the Dark Elves did lose their cities they had on the western shore of Ulthuan as well. That's probably how Marathi got confederated by Nagarond. She must have lost a battle or two, was weak enough, and Malekith just confederated her. Looks like Drika's trying to help out the vampires. She's taken a city, maybe moved out, attacked just a little bit. Yep, looks like she's sacking the city outside of her tree. Will Manfred make it? He made it. Down to, looks like a single settlement. Alright. Let's document everybody's progress here. Looks like Eshin with 4. Greenskins 11. Hellebrand is 0. Lokir died. Morathi died. Well, she was confederated. Moors has 6. Nagarond. Not a good showing from Nagarond either. 15? That's actually below average from what we have been seeing. Pestilence 0. Pretty sure Manfred is just 1. Yep. 1 and Vlad is dead. Wow. Very poor performance. I played a Morgr campaign recently and I cannot work out how Nordland even survives these days. You know what's crazy is Morgr is the most underperforming beastmen there is now. I've heard stories of the fabled AI Morgr Herdstone. I have yet to see it, and I don't know how many campaigns I've run. I've never seen the AI Resurrector Herdstone as Morgr. They just kill him. In fact, I played as Wulfric. I started 2 different campaigns, and I would, I think I'd attack the scaling, and then I would sail south down towards Nordland, and I would see Morgr's full stack run at Nordland's minor settlement. There would be battle, you'd see it occur, and then the next turn you'd see Morgr's faction was destroyed. That happened twice in a row. I'd love for Morgr to be viable on campaign as the AI, but for some reason he just kills himself. He just runs right into a fully fortified city of Nordland. Now Tarox, Malagor, and Kazrak, those 3, they'll put up herdstones pretty frequently. Yeah, for real. I don't get it either. I mean, by all circumstances, he should. He should go right over to Dieterschaffen pretty much and just raise it. But I don't know why it doesn't happen. Alright, let's kick this 4th campaign off. 50 turns. Center it a little bit. There we go. See what we get this time around. The Nordland army starts outside of the city. Oh, the campaign map starts different if you play with them. Okay, interesting. So with the AI start, Nordland has a little bit better time. That makes sense. So you can pick it off easier. That makes a lot of sense. And that's probably why AI Morger is struggling so much. Look at that. Morger and Tarox both died same turn. Looks like Malagor made his herdstone though. Maybe they wanted Nordland to live so you could play Empire. You don't get hit by -2 Imperial Authority the first few turns. Yeah, I could see that being a thing. Definitely. Because, yeah, you could really lose both Nordland and Ostermark and sometimes Stirland. They are not long for the world after the campaign starts. Look at that. Reichland going to war with Hochland. Looks like the Reichland's also at war at Midland. Karl declares war on too many elector counts. He might wind up dying. Chat's disconnected. What the hell? That's weird. I don't know why chat just died. Okay, there we go. Stirland is killing Vlad. Yeah, they were. They took like the Moot and they took Schwarzhofen. I guess he just left them completely undefended. He must have been up north or something. Looks like he's taking it back though. Oh, Khalida died pretty early. Wow, Silver Host and Queek killed her off. Yeah. Looks like he might be headed down south to Averland now. Well, it looks like Malagor died down here. Lost to the Top Knots. There's a Confederation of Harganeth. Does Ironbrow do anything? That's a good question. He does it very, very, very little. I'd say the vast majority of the time, up until turn 100 or so, he'll just sit in Carrick Zorn doing nothing. He'll sometimes die to Queek. Past that, I have seen him take pretty much all that Queek has right now. I've seen him take this area here. That is the most I've seen Thoric do. That's pretty much it. He's very passive AI, as far as I can tell. Half the time he's not even at war with Queek, so that's probably why he doesn't expand. Look at Kazrak way up here in Paravon. I saw Kazrak declare war on the Reichland, so he's probably headed up north to burn down some Empire cities. I think Carcassonne might be chasing him. I might reduce the size of the UI so it's not quite so much overlap here real quick. There we go. Can see that a little bit better. And you can see the Skull Smashers took a city from Paravon as well. You know, Zorn was very passive before him as well. Yep, they were. I didn't know that. I didn't know Kazrak started at war with so many people. But yeah, if he doesn't start at war with as many people, that's definitely a huge buff. Heck, cause look at him, he's way up here. Looks like he's gonna go right past Helmgart, probably start pushing into the Reichland. That'll probably be the death of him, but it'll be cool to see. This is the second campaign in a row where Morathi's been pretty much relegated to the ancient city. Oh wow, okay. So they all started war with Towson, Reichland, and Midland. Interesting. Yeah, I could see if they started them at war with Towson in this patch, you could probably just watch the Beastmen hurl themselves into Athel Loren and immediately die. Oh, okay, Morathi's got some holdings up here in Clark Errand, so. She's not completely out of the game. Estlin's still hanging in there. It looks like he's about to get pincered by Itza and the Teclis down there, though. Tyrion going to war with Eltharion here. We worked out what makes the AI Tomb King so much better this update. I have one theory, but it's only for Cetra. So Malagor starting in this area, being at war with the Top Knots, making a Herdstone and generally being much stronger. The Top Knots early game threat to Cetra is pretty much heavily altered because now the Top Knots have a very strong Beastmen faction to contend with, and a lot of times when the Top Knots are distracted with Malagor, it allows Cetra to expand and take Xandri, and even possibly kill off the Top Knots, because I think this settlement, and this settlement all start out as Top Knots control. Malagor will flip this one to a Herdstone, and it really distracts the Top Knots. So just because there's one extra enemy to the Top Knots, I think it really helps Cetra kick some serious butt. Not all the time, but much more frequently. That's the only thing I've really noticed for Cetra. Followers of Nagash seem like they're still stuck in, Bretonnian hell. Katep has some pretty good outcomes. Depends on how well, I guess, Malekith does, if Malekith puts them down or not. And Khalid really hit or miss as well. Like in this one, looks like she just got dumpstered by Clan Boars and Kroq-Gar. Oh, Skarsnik died. Oh wow, we have some very westward Vlad von Karstein here. He just completely walked through Averland to get there. Oh, that's bad news for Vlad. Declaring war on Karl. Not good. Looks like Grimgor is really distracted with the Skaven here. He's just completely ignoring all the dwarves. I say that and he immediately declares war on Zufbar, Berikvar, and Karazakarik. Ooh, look at Berikvar. Get a cheeky little push towards Black Crag there. Ooh, Itza just flipped Pestilence last city, so we'll see Pestilence dead here probably next turn. Oh, Grimgor going with the Confederation to combat the big war declaration he just did. Oh, Kazarak put a Herdstone up here in like Helmgart. You can see that, oh gosh, is that Uberstrike is Bloodground? I hope that lasts until the end of the 50 turns so we can look at that. Pestilence, Talabaclin, and Strigios dying. Boy, Vlad is all over the Reichland. This is a different campaign. Get to see Kazarak do that. That's really cool. Got 11 turns left in this one. Then we'll be starting, I believe, the 5th campaign today. Is it the 5th? Let me see. Yes, it will be the 5th next. I've never seen the Skull Smashers take parts of Bretonnian land as well. Yeah. I always see them at war with like Paramon and maybe Artois, but I've never seen them really take any cities from the Bretonnians. They just really sit there in Massive Oracle and just kind of harass a little bit. Oh, Kazarak died. Dang. Won't get to see that Herdstone after all. Ooh, Imrik killed off Clan Eshin. It looks like Grimgor's right on his heels. Looks like Grimgor's putting those Confederated armies he got to work. Immediately pushing Berikvar back. The Hunt Marshal getting killed off. Ooh, and Rapunzel as well. Yeah, look at that. Cetra took out Rapunzel. That is a very good start for Cetra this campaign. Week was doing really well earlier. Yeah, yeah. I think Krokgar is probably bringing a little pain to him now. Hey, Nakai's still alive. Look at that. Nakai has, holy cow, 5 cities for his vassal. That's impressive. The Sentinels of Zeti declaring war on Nakai. Some lizard on lizard action down there. With Malekith declaring war on Nagarath, Marathi might be able to break out of the ancient city a little bit with the eased pressure. Because Alathanar might send his armies up north to fight Malekith and let Marathi sort of escape that province. Oh, Averland just went to war with both the vampires. See if the vampires can capture a couple more cities to get on the scoreboard a little bit before the 50 turns is up. Yeah, Grimgor is on a tear. He still has a big confederation at Skullcrag down here as well. Can pick up 6 more cities. Very strong Grimgor, taking the entire Silver Road as well. Oh yeah. Grimgor's a monster this campaign. What does the scoreboard look like? All I'm doing is I am there is a what is it? It's hard to describe. It's in the data.pack file. There's a specific table that has to deal with auto resolve bonuses. And I'm trying to figure out if those auto resolve bonuses are lost when the Fog of War is up or down. So the factions that are mentioned in that specific table are Clan Eshin, Grimgor, Elebron, Lokir, Marathi, Moors, Nagarond, Pestilens, Manfred, and Vlad. So my goal is run all these campaigns to turn 50, see how well those specific factions are doing, and then I'm going to lift the Fog of War, see how well those factions do. Yeah. So basically, the goal is to figure out what exactly that table does and what exactly the Fog of War has, to do with that table. So those are really the factions I'm looking at. I'm just going to basically average all of the settlements that they claim under each condition together to sort of see, if they do good or bad. Because I think strength rank isn't a good gauge of how well they did, but the number of settlements that they take is pretty direct correlation to how well they were doing. So that is 29 for Grimgor. That's a really good performance. I think Eshin is dead. Elebron's dead. Lokir dead. Oh no, he's not dead. Huh. I'm so used to him being dead that I just almost always put a 0 in for him. Marathi. Are you down to 1? Yeah, she's at 1. So the person averaging the least is actually Helebron because she gets confederated every single campaign. Pestilence has had 2 campaigns so far where they've actually survived to 50 turns. So Pestilence is beating out Helebron by technicality. Let's see. Moors has 6. Nagaron, 15. Pestilence was a 0. Okie dokie. Manny and Vladdy. Let's see. 9 for Manfred. Where are we at with Vlad? You down here? You are. 4. Perfect. Alright. Let's kick off the 5th campaign. That'll be the end of the next one will be the halfway point for today. Winning by technicality is very Skaven. Yes, that is very Skaven, isn't it? Yeah, let me look here. You know, Lokir Fellheart has a pretty rough time of it too. Honestly, Lokir's average might be just as bad or worse than Pestilence. Although I don't know. No, I think Lokir will just barely beat out Pestilence. But, you know, there's quite a few more campaigns to go. We'll see what happens. Let's do one more zoom in. There we go. Perfect. All right. While this 5th campaign kicks off, I'm gonna go grab a snack. I'll be right back. I am back. Yeah, I'm really curious what Kislev will look like in Warhammer 3 as well. Not just like the campaign that we'll get with Warhammer 3, but the big combined map as well. When they put Warhammer 1, 2, and 3 together. I wonder if they'll squish down what they have for Kislev or keep it the same size, and really how many Kislev factions are we going to get too? Like there will probably be some minor ones with the major factions. That's a big oof for Kazrak there. He died really early. Oh, did they? Okay. So we might see some Kislev factions in like the northern Darklands in that. Oh wow, very strong start for Marathi this campaign. Ooh, and Tarox built his herdstone up here this time around. Okay. Kislev settlements both sides Red Eye Mountain. Oh, that would be cool. That will be good. I can't wait for that Warhammer 3 map. That big old combined thing. It's gonna be awesome. Nikai died early too. And Thorgrim taking a very early Warwick Grimgore this campaign. I'm not sure who wins this early. As far as the AI goes. Oh wow, Marathi's already hitting Ulthuan. "15 turns for her to secure her province and sail to Ulthuan. That's breakneck pace. Especially when you factor in how poorly she was doing like the last two campaigns. She's really making up for it this time around. Looks like Malagor didn't provide enough distraction down here for Cetra. Like the top knots still hold Xandri. Cetra wasn't able to push out or use the diversion of Malagor to kind of capitalize on that this time around. Oh wow. Marathi even was able to bail out the Scourge of Cain. That's awesome. Oh yeah. I wonder if we'll see her conquer all of Ulthuan before turn 50 this campaign. That would be wild. Raikkonen killed Midland? Oh wow, yes they did. Holy cow. Looks like Vlad's doing pretty good. Killed off Averland here. Might have Sterling on the back foot too. Ooh, Skrulk getting clapped. Yeah, the Reichland, they'll go to war with, I've seen them go to war with Wissenland and Marienburg, Auckland, Stirland, Nordland, Midland, Talabacland. I think one of the few electors I have not seen the Reichland go to war with are like uh, Averland, Stirland, and the Golden Order. I think I've seen the Reichland go to war with just about every other elector count. And usually not Ostermark, because usually Ostermark's pretty much dead. Oh, look at that. Skullcrag this time around is the one bailing Cetra out. Skullcrag came west here into the Top Knots, allowing Cetra to take Xandri and a couple other settlements there. And then Cetra then declared war on Rapunzel, so he's probably going to go over there and kill her off again. Yeah, yeah, Cetra still did well. Looks like the Top Knots are still putting up a little bit of a fight, but I think Cetra has the upper hand here now. He should be able to wipe them out. You don't know, you think the Tomb Kings have been made better? It's quite possible. I'm sure there's all sorts of tweaks and changes that CA do behind the scenes. I'd love to see some like developer notes in the patch notes, like, hey, this is what we've changed and why, and as well as see as all the like the nitty gritty details and like behind the scenes stuff in the patch notes. You know, seeing the unit balancing and like all the new stuff is nice and all that, but I like the nitty gritty details. As you say that, Cetra falls apart. Holy cow, yeah. Rakoff Dynasty, Rapunzel, and Top Knots all taking a piece. Holy cow. Oh man, Marathi really lost a lot of steam too. She looked like she was, you know, on course for a world record, but she got just hardcore hammered by Althanar there. Yeah, I'm the same way, Seven. I love that sort of stuff. I know with like we're approaching like what over 70 or something major factions and stuff like that. Everybody has their favorite factions they want to see do well in the campaign, and I know it's probably got to be a balancing nightmare for CA to balance all these different factions in that. And it's going to get even worse with the third game. I can't even imagine what that looks like. There's a Reichland army here in the middle of Vlad's conquered territory. I wonder if Reichland and Vlad went to war here. Yeah, for real. Wonder if the chaos will start all off on like at war with each other, and then at some point they'll all ally up and attack, or it's gonna be something like here in game one. It has to be different, right, than what they do now. Yeah, yeah, I'm wondering the same thing, Seven. Are they all gonna work together with Archaon? I wonder if it'll be like the four demon factions start out like fighting everybody, like at war with all other demon factions and all other factions, and then like Archaon shows up, and then all the demons ally up with each other. Oh, I gotta mute the stream and stuff. I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, I'm back. Dang it, and I clicked continue campaign too. No, it's not the first one with everything visible. I got 5 more um, with the Fog of War on still. I accidentally hit continue campaign. Yeah. I'm doing 10 campaigns today. So there will be 20 total for each data set. So I had the last live stream was 10 campaigns just like this, and we're doing 10 more today. So I'll have 20 with Fog of War, 20 without Fog of War. Then I'm going to alter that table to be, instead of ones, to be zeros, because it looks like it's Boolean. I'm going to alter the table to be 0 instead of 1 for those auto-resolve bonuses. And I'm going to do 20 more with Fog of War, and then 20 more without Fog of War, with the table altered. So it'll be 80 campaigns total, all said and done. So yeah, I'm hoping to have it done probably within a month or so, but you know, like my last live stream of the first 10 was like 2 weeks ago because I got really busy in between here and there, just between work and vacations and other games coming out that I really wanted to play in that. But we will get there. And then CA will change everything for the third game. I'm sure. Okay. Kick it off here. I'll be back in just a moment. Okay. Set. Nice early war between Reikland and Marienburg. I feel like that's quite common these days. Lamian Sisterhood always making a run towards that city there. Quite frequently. Like Kazrak made his Herdstone. We still see Morgur here. Yeah, as far as I know, only Beastmen can create Herdstones. Look at that. He ran right into Dieterschaffen, halved his army, then ran at it again and died. Yeah, Morgur just doesn't pull his weight. Malagor made a Herdstone. Oh, can only the main Beastmen create Herdstones? Okay, I misread that. I think that is true. I think only the 4 major Beastmen factions can do that. I haven't yet seen a minor Beastmen faction make a Herdstone. I feel like I might have seen it by now if they could. You've yet to see the new lizard do anything special. I'm the same way. I think the best I've seen Axolotl do, who knows how it's pronounced. I think I've seen him take pretty much all of the Deadwood Sentinels and maybe push a little bit into like the Chill Road here in Harganeth. I think the max I saw him have was like 7 or 8 settlements, which is pretty respectable. But I think that same campaign, I had the Chaos Invasion turned on, so he's just gonna get decimated, when Chaos shows up. He really stands no chance. You'd have to roll like the lottery twice in a way, turn off the Chaos Invasion, and then also have him do well, probably to really see him do anything. It's like Manfred is making a mad sprint north up here into Ostermark and Kislev. How are the Red Fangs still alive? Look at that. Grimgor killed off Karak Azul before he killed off the Red Fangs. That's actually impressive. There's Pestilence dead. Argonath getting confederated. Looks like Tarox made a desecrated blood ground here. Oh, so did Kazrak. Oh yeah, if Oxwaddle started, I think Popox or whatever is down here. This one right here with the herbs. I'm pretty sure that's the city. Oxwaddle started there. Ooh man. Yeah. Right above the Blue Vipers. I feel like they'd be really strong for the Lizard Men. But I don't know what it is about the Lizard Men AI. I think it's just a really poor economy or really bad auto-resolve values or something. They just, they can deal pretty well with Skaven in that. But when the Lizardmen fight like the High Elves or the Dark Elves or the Empire or Dwarves, they just, they can't handle it. Same with the Greenskins. This is wild. I wonder if the Red Fangs signed peace with Grimgor. Wonder if why that's, or if that's why they've been spared. Looks like Ashen is going for the Dragon Isles early as well. Very strange. Look at that. Yeah, peace between Red Fangs and Grimgor. That's so weird. See Last Defenders and Itza doing consistently well. I think they do well up to a point. I've seen Itza, Itza will kill off Pestilence. He'll probably kill off Lokir Felheart. But then Itza really stagnates. As far as leaving Lustria or like doing anything like in any other theaters, I've never seen Lustria become, or not Lustria, but I've never seen Itza become like a world power. Same with Krokar. I've seen him mostly relegated to like this corner of the map. Averlin dead. I'd love to see like a giant lizard men with like 50 settlements just like conquering entire continents. That'd be awesome. Just rolling up to you with stacks of like stegodons and dreadsaurians and troglodons. Oh, that would be so cool. I've yet to see that though. There's always time in game 3, I'm sure. Part of me is wondering if we'll see another FLC for this game before it closes out. I know we got the less DLC, but maybe we'll have an FLC. Never seen anyone outside of major racial factions become great powers though, apart from Clan Angren. Yeah. Um, you're definitely right. I think the minor factions that have the most potential to go like major, if you will, are like Talea and the Border Princes. I've seen some campaigns where Talea will, they'll kill off Clan Scryer, and then they'll survive to the Chaos Invasion, come up and start taking parts of Nagarond in that when they ally with the Reichland. They can do really well like that. I'm trying to think of any other minor factions I've seen do exceptionally well. I don't think so. Yeah, like you mentioned, Clan Angren can definitely do that as well. Clan Angren has a lot of potential, especially if they can take Carrick 8 peaks. Clan Angren can go wild. Well, looks like Nagaron's gonna get rid of Tarox here. I think Malekith wants to claim all of Clark Heron there. Wow, look at that. Broken Chains are dead. Yeah, Malekith just has tons of ruins between him and Morathi. And Morathi's doing a good job on Ulthuan, too. Malekith's only got to deal with Tarox, and he's got like a clean sweep south. That's a very strong position for Malekith. Which rogue faction is this? Thorgrim doesn't even own the Silver Road. Yeah, oh my gosh, he's been reduced to his capital. The Bloody Spears are giving him the business. Looks like he confederated Barrack Var, though. I wonder if he'll take the army from Barrack Var back to the Silver Road to resecure it. Yeah, Grimgor really isn't having a good showing this campaign so far. I think Wurzag is stepping in and having to do something here. It might also have something to do with this rogue faction, too. That might have thrown some of the balance off here. Oh, look at Rakarth. Looks like he took Marienburg. He might have also taken that fort there. So Rakarth doing pretty good. I think Vlad is at war with Reichland, so I expect Vlad to probably die off before this one concludes. Manfred's doing good, though. Yeah, the Rictus clan nest is doing well. That's going to be a huge confederation for Eshin if Eshin pulls the trigger on that. Which they've been doing that quite often, just confederating the Rictus clan nest. I'll tell you what I'd love to see is I'd love to see Tretch confederate the Rictus clan nest instead of Clan Eshin. I'd love to see Tretch over here at Crookback Mountain. Not only would that be, I guess, loreful, but it'd be really interesting balance-wise too, if you give him the ability to do that. There is Talea dead. So something else I've noticed, sort of balance-wise, with Kazrak making his Herdstone here, and sometimes turning this into a defiled bloodground, it makes it to where Clan Scryer can't really push west anymore. So Scryer is almost basically funneled entirely eastward. You see Talea dying a lot more often these days, and you see Scryer going to war with Angrind and killing them off a lot more often now too. It's that very small change has like drastically altered the balance of this region here. You just don't see it happening. Oh, I guess to clarify, what don't you see happening, Seven? Oh, wow, look at that. Malice Darkblade killed off by the Itzitza tribe. I guess, Eshin had a hand in that as well. Goodness. I don't know if I've ever seen Malice die within the first 50 turns. That's actually a new one for me. Marathi really struggling to hold on to her claims on Ulthuan here. She doesn't even have the ancient city back home either. Marathi's in real bad shape. Malekith's just declaring war on Rakarth. Oh, another chat disconnection. Good grief. Look at that. Malagor made a defiled bloodground down here in the Topknots territory, and Settra has once again expanded out. I really think that the addition of Malagor has helped Settra out tremendously in quite a few campaigns. You don't think Rictus will ever confederate the clan nest? Yeah, I wish he would, though. It was really crazy. One campaign I ran, I saw Rictus, Clan Rictus starts out with that Under Empire under Crookback Mountain. And Clan Rictus did the Vermintide building that summons an army and attacks the city. Because I think it was like 20 turns into the campaign, a Clan Rictus army popped up over here and started running all the way back home. It was wild. In that very same turn that the army popped up, it said Rictus clan nest, or Clan Rictus declares war on Rictus clan nest. So it almost had to be the Vermintide building that he built. It's so weird. Badlands look like they're pre-Warden and Paunch update. Yeah. Yeah, Grimgore's not doing so hot. Oh, look at Clan Gretus here. Clan Gretus has come down, took Crookback Mountain. Not Crookback Mountain, Mount Gunbad here. Got a big block of Skaven over here in the east. Oh, Marathi goes down. Wow. That might be... Is that the first time that's happened in these 20 campaigns? Oh, no. She died the second campaign and the 13th campaign. Okay. It's not entirely uncommon. Ooh, Grimgor lost Black Crag there. Holy moly. Oh, and it looks like Clan Anger just killed off Skarsnik. Blessed Dread last settlement in the Vampire Coast. Oh yeah, he's just got that little one there. Yep, he's gonna hang on by a thread. 4 factions will eat it. And Reikland with the Confederation at the very end too. Alright. Okay. Well, this is really poor performance for Morathi and Grimgor. So let's document what we got here. Got Eshin with looks like 7 there. Looks like Grimgor's all spread out, so I'm just gonna do this. Only 4. Wow. Hellebrand, you got Confederated. Lokir, a single settlement. Morathi died. Moors has 7, it looks like. Nagron, how'd you do? 20. Pestilence is dead. Manfred and Vlad. 17 and 2. Perfect. Alright. On to the 7th campaign. I think Lokir is hanging on just to beat Pestilence in the settlement competition. Yeah, for real. Lokir doesn't even start with a walled city, and he still somehow outlasts Pestilence. It probably has something to do with starting out at war with Itza. That's what I'm gonna say. Gorok he's a monster. It's very strong. Does Moors not get a buff? They do get a buff. However, Skaven in general, ever since that Stalk Stance nerf, have been performing far, far worse overall. Back in Warden and the Paunch, you'd see Clan Eshin dominate their starting province, just bowl over Emmerich and start punching into Grimgor and punching into the dwarves. And you'd also see Clan Moors just dominate their entire area down there in the southern mountains. And that actually, it's a lot slower for them, or it doesn't even happen anymore. So that Stalk Stance nerf was enormous. I'm not recording the exact settlements they get, I'm just recording the number. Oh, you never see me check Moore's count? Yeah, usually Moore's has so few settlements, I can just eyeball it and write it down. Because typically Moore's will just be like these 4 and maybe an additional 2, or just 1, 2, 3, 4. So sometimes though Moore's will come north like towards Carrick 8 peaks, and then I'll have to click on them to see how many they have because they'll have some serious border gore going on, but a lot of the time they just have like 4 or 5 settlements. Oh wow, early Confederation of the Scabbii for Grimgore. Holy moly. I wonder how that's going to change things. And Morgur dying once again. Malagor got his Herdstone up. Kazrak did. See if Taurox gets his Herdstone up. Look at that, Vlad just completely loses Schwarzhofen in the moot. Yeah, Grimgore got an insane start. That Scabbii Confederation. Hey, Taurox did get his Hearthstone up. Stalia dying, Grant dying. Oh, Hellebron's doing really well. It's so weird that she lets Malekith Confederate her, because in those campaigns that you turn Confederation off, Hellebron is a monster. She's a very strong AI. I don't know why she literally gets Confederated every single campaign. She's very powerful. Yeah, yeah, maybe. Maybe this will be the one. I think it has to do with like the plus like 60 positive relations that her and Malekith start with. That she's just all aboard the Confederation train or something. I don't know. Yeah, going back to what I was saying just a second ago, when you turn that Confederation off, she dominates eastward and then she sails straight down to Ulthuan and she just crushes everything. Her AI is ruthless. Yep. Yeah, they do start really friendly now. I forget what patch it was. It might have been the Wood Elf update where you'd see Hellebron, or the prior to the Wood Elf update, you'd see Hellebron going to war with Naggarond, and that civil war would allow the High Elves to like come up into Naggarond and win. Sometimes they would ally with each other. It was really different. A lot of times the Dark Elf outcome really came down to, do Malekith and Hellebron go to war with each other? And that would determine the fate of the Dark Elves. But now you're just guaranteed. I say guaranteed, but wow, look at her go. Grimgore's having a great start too. Oh my gosh. She still gets confederated even when she's doing really well. That's just silly. It was only a matter of time. You're exactly right. It's happened to every single campaign so far. So yeah, you're right. It's just a matter of time. It's an easy pickup of 6 settlements for Malekith, though. They do, yeah. You know what's funny is I remember looking at. I rolled the game back after that patch to see exactly what they did to Hellebrand to make her confederate all the time. The positive relations bonus that they have between Nagron and Hellebrand, CA literally just doubled it. They just multiplied it times two. And that extra positive relations, I guess, is all that they needed to get her to confederate every single time. Ooh, Reichland confederates Talabacland. Oh, and Manfred and Drika go to war with Stirland. Where's bad news for Stirland? It does, yeah. Especially when Hellebrand goes to war with like the Hmong in the Aghal. I'm sure Malekith really loves that, and their relations just skyrocket with each other. Ooh, another confederation with Grimgor. Oh, great performance for Eshin so far this campaign. Yep, you're exactly right, Seven. Yeah, because like you said, a lot of their confederations, there will be a military alliance signed between the two, just like probably 1 or 2 turns before the confederation. They just build up all the positive treaties with each other, and then probably have like 100 or so or more positive relations. They just confederate. I think it'd be cool if sometimes you saw her confederate Nagaron. I think that'd be really interesting sometimes if they'd do that, just for a little variety. Wonder if Malekith needs good relations to confederate. He might. From what I've played as the Dark Elves, it does seem like they kind of need to like you to confederate, or you offer them vast sums of money. Oh, confederation for dwarves with Zufbar. Ah, but the Silver Road looks like it's under attack. Grimbor's coming in hard here. He's had some big confederations. And he still has Wurzag and Skullcrag to take as well. Oh, goodness. I've never been confederated by an AI. I don't know what makes AI want to confederate others. Yep. You know what's funny is in Total War 3 Kingdoms, you'll sometimes be offered diplomacy that will end your campaign. Like, I think it happens a lot whenever you take an emperor seat. Like, another emperor will like send you an offer to absorb you into his kingdom, or like some confederation through marriage or something like that. And the diplomacy tab will literally say, accepting this agreement will end your campaign. So they'll send you the offer in Three Kingdoms, but you know, if you accept it, you lose. It's just funny to see. Yeah, but I've never seen that happen in Warhammer. Looks like Wolfric and Throg just switched places here. Did a little base trade. I don't think I'd want the option to be confederated. Yeah, because you might accidentally click it and just end your campaign, or not read the fine text. Yeah, exactly. I wonder why CA even has it in Three Kingdoms, like the option to just end your campaign diplomatically. It does seem strange they wouldn't just disable those kind of offers. But I don't know. I know the diplomacy in this game, it can be pretty rudimentary, like script wise. You can tell individual factions what specific diplomacy they're able to engage in and not engage in. And I wonder if it's different in the Three Kingdoms like game or engine, that they can't really restrict the AI's diplomacy in such a way that they wouldn't be able to offer you those like those options. So they just do a more hands-off approach. Morse has 8 peaks. Oh my gosh, look at him go. He must have snuck up there when I wasn't looking. Well, good for Queek. You know, of Clan Angren, Queek, and Skarsnik, the only one I've never seen take 8 peaks is AI Skarsnik. AI Skarsnik, in hundreds of campaigns, I've never seen him take the mountain. It's a shame. Hey, Pestilence is still kicking. Look at Lokir. He's got 4 cities. He might kill off Teclis. Oh, another confederation for the dwarves. They're getting desperate. And the Stuff Snatchers have appeared. I bet you the Stuff Snatchers are at war with the dwarves. That's real bad news. Oh. Eshin and Moors are both killing off Grimgor. I don't think I've seen Skarsnik own more than 2 settlements at a time. I think you're right. I've seen him take this capital here from, I believe that's Carrick Norn, Carrick Ziflin, one of the two. I've seen Skarsnik take that capital, but then I'm pretty sure Clan Angren would always just beat them up after that. Poor Skarsnik. He's so cool too. He starts out with an Arachnarok spider, and he can't take that city. It's just sad. Look at Dryka down here in Stirland. You've got Manfred and Talabaclin. This is some serious border gore going on here. Ooh, big confederation for Grimgore. Although Grimgore has a very big rat problem. Clan Vulcan's still alive too. And Clan Gridus. Yep, Pestilence might make it to the end. And look at that. Lokir just ensured he's making it to the end. He's got Teclis on the back foot. Big time. Lokir's kicking butt. Yep, 4 turns to go. Pestilence will probably make it 4 turns. Oh yeah, look at that, you're right. Skarsnik did outlive Belegar. Scryer just came over and rolled over Belegar. Oh man, Thorgrim lost the entire Silver Road, and he doesn't even have Mount Gunbad either. That's a really bad spot for Thorgrim to be in. Yep, there goes Teclis. Maybe this is the game Scarstick would have taken 8 peaks. I don't know. This is a... This rat problem I don't see going away. This will be a really big, like, super rat confederation. Especially since you have Scryer. Look at Scryer, he's pushing east into the Border Princes. There's going to be 3 major Skaven factions, like, all within this vicinity very shortly. I don't think Scarstick stands a chance getting to 8 peaks. It's just going to be rats on rats on rats in there. Alright. Let's write down, everybody. That's the end of the 7th. So, who are we starting with? Eshin. I think this might be Eshin's best performance yet. 14. Grimgore. 16. Elebron got confederated. Good old Lokir. What is that? Is that 6? Yeah, Shred. Skaven did really well this time. 6 for the Blessed Dread. 22 for Naggarond. Marathi. Is that a big old 2? 2.
Submit to me.
Whoop. A little bit of lag there. 13. Yeah, Rictus is having a rough time of it lately. I mean, when you're losing to the Forge Bound, you got big issues. Pestilence survived with a single city. And now Rictus has to deal with Tarox now too. So Rictus has it pretty rough these days. And then 2 for Vlad. Alright. Here we go. Campaign 8. Yeah, was that Eshin's best performance yet? Let me see. That was. Eshin did very good there. Yeah, Morse did really good too. I'm gonna see if that was Morse's best performance yet as well. It sure was. Moors had only cracked double digits in one other campaign, but this was their most yet. Yeah, absolutely 7. That is for sure. That was definitely a pretty interesting one with all the Skaven shenanigans going on there. Yeah, yeah, I agree. All right. Here we go. Get zoomed out. Yeah, well, we'll take that off. We'll leave the little painted map. Oh, you know what? The painted map goes dark when the Fog of War is on, so it's not all that nice looking. So just do this for now. When they have the Fog of War off, I'll leave the painted map on. It'll look pretty. Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty interesting balance-wise, because, like you said, like, you never know if they're going to join up with each other or go to war with each other. Yeah, that one campaign we saw where Kazrak came up to Helmgart was pretty interesting, too. Look at that. Reikland's going to war with Middenland again. Clan Creep has survived past turn 1. Yep. There's a lot of factions that get dunked on within the first turn. Creepus being the numero uno. Because Drika just starts, like, just right on top of them. They really stand no chance. Oh, Wurzag gets Confederation, and Morgur dies yet again. Yep. Creepus is the one that Drika always kills off. Wow. Kazrak made short work of Estalia. Lots of war declarations. Kazrak will probably make a defiled blood ground here too. There's Malagor's Herdstone. So he gets in on the action. That Grimgor killed off the Red Fangs, per usual. The Jungle Orcs. Yeah, yeah. I like the Blue Vipers. They are a pretty interesting faction. I forget what campaign it was I might have uploaded it too, where the Blue Vipers were going wild. Um, if I remember correctly, the Blue Vipers had conquered the entire Isthmus of Lustria, and they started to attack Ulthuan as well. It was pretty wild. I'd love to be able to play with the blue Vipers colors in that. Just those blue Savage Orcs. They look really cool. That's why I hope we get like an army painter in the third game. Yeah, Savage Orcs were very powerful in the first game. They're still pretty darn strong. There's Hellebron getting confederated. Grom bites the dust yet again. Early confederation for Thorgrim. Taking Barrack Var there. Oh, I thought Kazrak was going to make a defiled bloodground, but Carcassonne came down here and settled Estalia. Yeah, Rictus survives this round. They actually killed off the Forgebound. That's really a coin flip these days. It's really sad seeing a major Skaven faction lose to a minor Dark Elf. Oh, he's going ham now. Yeah, he does really well when he beats the Forgebound. Yeah, it's pretty uncommon. Especially if Taurox gets involved. Taurox will, like, clean up all of Clark Heron and sometimes declare war on Rictus. So if Tretch is still at war with the Forgebound and he goes to war with Taurox, he's pretty much done for. But looks like Tretch is going to have a good game this time around. Looks like Queek's off to a really good start too. Queek might kill off Khalida here and the Silver Host. Yeah, he's off to a very strong start. Well, and the Bloody Spears just putting some pain on the Silver Road. Look at that. Thorgrim had confederated Barrack Var. He loses Barrack Var and the minor settlement and is reduced completely down to his capital. There's no doubt Greenskin's just barreling into the Silver Road at this point. Queek never finishes off Kroq-Gar. Yeah, Kroq-Gar is a tough nut to crack. He definitely is. Once Kroq-Gar can kill off Clan Mordkin down here, he might be able to push Queek all the way back, even beat him. Yeah, he'll start going north here soon. I wouldn't be surprised if this campaign we see Carrot Gate Peaks go to Queek again. He's in a really strong position to just send an army up there and take it. That and Clan Angrind always has a really slow start. It takes them a while to beat through the Broken Nose. I guess the AI isn't quite as aggressive as the player, and so the Broken Nose can really build up and actually threaten Clan Angrind. Oh, we have another one of these situations with Pestilence, where the Warden of the Living Pools look like they might have declared war on Itza. So if Lord Skrolk is able to fight back these dwarves, Skrolk might actually be in a pretty good position this campaign as well. Oh, look at Tarox actually making a herdstone in Tretch's city here. That sucks for Tretch. Oh, and Cetra's going gangbusters down here too. Look at that. 6 settlements for Cetra already. Oh, dwarves lose their capital. This is real bad. Thorgrim is in very bad shape. Teclis dies to Lokir. Wow. Hey! Thork actually moved out. Took a city. Yep, Rick Tark's putting an end to that Rictus dream with the Herdstone, for sure. Look, and he made it a defiled blood ground on top of that. He's kicking Rictus while he's down. Rictus clan nest seems to be better than Tretch themselves. Maybe that would be an interesting... Tretch confederates them. Yeah, actually, Shreds, Seven and I were talking about that earlier. I really love to see Tretch confederate the clan nest sometime, just like Eshin does. Eshin always confederates the clan nest. I'd love to see Rictus confederate the clan nest. I think that'd be a nice change. Oh, big confederation for Grimgor. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. What did I miss? Let's see. Scarsnake just made peace with the maintenance. Guess this is the game where he takes 8 peaks. Yeah. Once again, Scarsnake won't get 8 peaks. Look at that though. Wurzag just claiming the Silver Road. Yeah, it is great to see Cetra do well. Seeing Cetra not relegated to Khemri is a nice thing. Wow. I'm impressed by Wurzag. He did a great job. Oh, look at that. I wasn't paying attention to Azag the Slaughterer up here. The Bone Rattlers are really putting in some work too. Some pretty good breakout performances in this campaign. With Azag, Wurzag. Looks like Lord Skrolk is going to have a campaign here. Cetra doing quite nice. Even Thoric is getting in on the action. Barely. Ah, Tretch died. Dang. Tarox did him in. Is this the game where all the Skaven survive? Except for Tretch. Tretch bit the dust. Everybody except for Tretch. Yeah, it looks like Scryer's doing really well. They took Carcassonne there, and they have Estalia. I feel like once Clan Pestilence gets at least 4 or 5 cities, they should be able to take the rest of Lustria. This is a very strong position for Pestilence to be in. Yeah, and Moors is doing good once again, too. I haven't been paying attention to Mulder a bit lately, but Mulder has a pretty consistent performance most campaigns. They can sometimes struggle with Kislev if they go to war with Kislev too early, but a lot of times you'll see them in the position like they're in now. Yeah. Let's see. What has Pestilence done in the past? I feel like Pestilence either dies or they do well. There's no in between for Pestilence. They had one campaign prior where they hit 10 settlements. So that was actually the first campaign today. Yeah, for real. This is a really good greenskin campaign. Just having that big Azag is really strong. 50 turns in, you already have Grimgor, like, putting pressure on Karak Kadrin. That's impressive. We got lots of vampires in the Empire as well. Oh, Azag killed off Clan Gridis as well. Goodness gracious. Yeah, this is a really interesting campaign. I haven't seen Tarox made a Herdstone here yet, so that's a new one. Pestilence is doing quite well. Lokir's still alive. Cetra not doing half bad. Oh, I didn't notice, but the Pirates of Sartosa are actually the ones who killed off Talea. Oh, and Wurzag is just killing off the Border Princes now. The Broken Nose might actually last long enough to get confederated. Oh, wow. Rakarth also killed off Lewin, yeah. Corone is gone. Look at that, war declaration from von Karstein to Reichland. Only 3 turns left on this one. Really good performances, though. Oh, Leon survives in Skull Smasher Land? Oh, you're right. Yeah, he took Massive Oracle. I wonder if he left Corone undefended to run down and take Massive Oracle, and then Rakarth just sailed in and swiped it. Oh, that's the Knights of Arrigo. Yeah, they killed off Tlaqua. Holy cow. This is a cool one. Pretty happy with this campaign. Look at Averland down here. Averland took the Border Prince's city there. That's funny. They also took that tree there, the Forest of Gloom. Very nice. Okay. Start with Clan Eshin. We got 12 for the 8th campaign. All right. Grimgor. 14. Helebron died. 1, 2, 3. 3 for Lokir. Marathi. Looks like she has 3. Yep, 3. The 8 for Moors. Yep. Nagaron. 21. I believe Pestilence had 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Manfred. Oh, Manfred has quite a few holdings. 16. Oh, and Strength Rank 1. Very nice. Let's see if Vlad did. Vlad has 4. Very well. Okie dokie. That was a cool one. I like that one a lot. Oh, I wish I could run that one to its completion. Might be able to find that one and see if I can continue it on at some point. That'd be a fun one to do. But there's more science to be had. Have to save that for another time. Does Grom get a special building in Grom Peak? I think all greenskins get a special building in Grom Peak, and it's the statue of Grom. I believe it's just like 10 leadership to all goblin units and some other stuff. I don't think he specifically gets one. I think it's just for all greenskins. All right. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Way too much zoom. That was too much zoom. Here we go. Right there. Punch it. All right. This is the 9th campaign. Just 2 more. This one and the following. We'll have to wrap it up for the day. I'm at the 3-hour mark too, so that will be perfect. Reichland declares war on Visenland. See if they roll over them in like 4 turns like they did prior. Oh, Grimgor confederated the Scabbii again this campaign. There goes Morger dying again. Morger's got one more shot today to make a Herdstone. Or he's going to be 0 and 20. I want Grom to win. I hear you, Shreds. One of these days. Perhaps 1 in 1,000 campaigns he'll do good. Oh, look at that. Tarok's dying off early this campaign. I think you're gonna be disappointed. You gotta believe, Seven. You gotta believe. Whoa. Just happened here. Did Manfred declare war on Vlad? Or did Vlad just die? Oh wow, Vlad must have died and Manfred's just taken the Moot and Schwarzhofen. Holy cow. I've never seen Vlad die that early. That's impressive. Yeah, for real, he got owned. I don't even know what did him in. It was Sterland, I guess? Oh, Talabacklin? Yep, quite possible. I think Manfred will be okay. He's the stronger of the two factions, so he'll be able to hold it down a little bit. You checked it back and it was Sterling that owned him? That's surprising. Franz is dying to Vissenland? Oh, he sure is. Wow. Yep. As long as the Reichland is falling behind or not doing so well, Manfred will be just fine. Manfred will roll over elector counts like nobody's business. Looks like Rictus is surviving the start too. Especially with no Taroks. Looks like Rictus is going to have a game. Yeah, the Hunt Marshal is being aggressive this game, isn't he? Oh, wow. The Confederation for the Dwarves, look at that. They have 3 in Barrack Var, the full Silver Road. They have Mount Gunbad. Very strong start for the Dwarves. Oh, Rictus declared war on Tiranoc? Nice. That's a good question. I wonder if when Rictus gets that port, if maybe Tiranoc had like an army in the ocean up there? I don't know. I don't know how they'd meet. Oh, there goes Lokir. But Pestilence is hanging in there. Hey, Skarsnik killed Karak Norn. Look at that. Skarsnik got a walled city. Imagine Nagaron losing to Clan Septic. Yeah, holy moly. That'd be real bad. I I wouldn't say that that's impossible, but I'd probably say maybe 1 out of 1,000 campaigns that might happen. I don't even know. Because Malekith has that auto-resolve bonus, so I don't even know if it's even possible. Ooh, Marathi making short work of the West Coast there. Yeah, if the Broken Nose can stay alive just a little bit longer for Scryer to kill Talea, then Skarsnik might actually be able to do something. 1 out of 1,000,000? Yeah, yeah, for real. Yeah, this might be Skarsnik's time to shine. Oh, look at that. Cetra having a good start again, killing off Rapunzel. Well, lots of factions dying. We're about halfway through this campaign. Grom is alive, ever so slightly. Wait, yeah, the Forgebound did come back. What the heck happened there? They must have rebelled. Yeah, they must have rebelled and just came back. That's the only explanation I can think of. Yeah, Grom is still alive. Holy cow. I have to imagine not for long, though. I'm pretty sure Grom's not long for this world. Yep, there he just got flipped by Safari. Rip Grom. He lasted 30 turns, though, so, you know, there's that. He hung in there. That's probably the longest he's lasted all day today. Not like this. I think my AI Grom record is like turn 42, I think. The day Grom wins is the day Rictus confeds Clan Nest. Yep, for real. I don't see it happening. Grom just has that negative 80 to all high elves. As soon as like Eotine or Safari declare war on him, he's toast. I think the only way you get a Grom that does well is if Marathi has an insane start and she pretty much goes to war with all of Ulthuan and distracts all the high elves from Grom, and he's able to somehow survive. That's the only way I can really see it happening. The dwarves had pretty good start, but they weren't able to capitalize on it, even losing a city in the Silver Road there. They lost Barak Var. They building up. Oh my gosh, Mount Gunbad's only making 500 a turn. That's really bad. Okay, it just jumped up to 672. Having the Silver Road, Barrack Var, and Mount Gunbad should have been a really strong position for them, but they're probably being assailed on all sides by Greenskins. They have a strong Carrick Cadrin to their north, though, so that's good. Look at Manfred. He doesn't need Vlad. Manfred's doing just fine. Yeah, Gunbad needs to grow quite a bit. They need that Oath Gold mine. Get it to 2. Oh, look at that. It just jumped to 2K. Okay. Jump from 600 to 2,000. But they lost Carrick. That's really bad. Hey, Queek took 8 peaks again. I was rooting for Skarsnik this time around, though. Oh, here we have it. Clan Scryer took out Talea. We still have Skarsnik alive. If Clan Scryer declares war on Clan Angrind, we might actually see Skarsnik do something. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Seven. It would come after like they hit that tier 4 when they get access to like their Iron Drakes and Iron Breakers and stuff like that. Get that auto resolve really juiced. Oh, the It's a Tribe is still alive. That's impressive. You don't see that often. Mouse usually puts them away pretty early. Malagor still has his Herdstone up. And Tlaqua is doing pretty good down here. Vlad was holding Manfred back this whole time. Yeah, it looks like it. It definitely appear that way. Oh, look at Clan Gridis getting involved in here, taking Grom Peak. Taliesin getting destroyed. Oh my gosh, a rogue faction killed him off and burned down the tree to boot. Holy cow. Is that the Hung Warband? I think it is. The dwarves have been relegated to Mount Gunbad. Oh, and a big confederation for Grimgor. It's as cleaning up down here in Lustria too. And Marathi's been booted off of Ulthuan as well. This is the game all the Skaven survive? Ah, except Pestilence. Pestilence died. And Molder's not doing so hot either. Neither is Eshin. Wow. Yeah, I wasn't looking at Eshin, but Grimgor's really bringing it to him. It's just never gonna happen. Yeah, you gotta get... I feel like you gotta get really lucky for all 6 of the major Skaven factions to do well. I mean, just rolling the dice and getting Rictus and Pestilence to do good is one thing. But then you also have to hope that, you know, Molder and Eshin do good too. It's tough. Scryer, I feel like, is pretty consistent. Especially with the new update and Kazrak being right here, I feel like Scryer is even more consistent than he used to be. I haven't seen a Talayan Skaven Blight yet this patch. Yeah, Manfred had a standout performance this campaign. He's done incredibly well. Man, Cetra got reversaled hardcore. I think Cetra had like 4 or 5 cities and he killed off Rapance. But the Top Notch just came back and just took everything back from him. That's a shame. Look at the Hunt Marshal. Hunt Marshal's got a little empire built up here. You think Belegar's gonna kill Skarsnik? He might. If Scryer doesn't get involved, he definitely will. There's an upgrade, Confederation for Thorgrim, staying alive. Alright, that's the end of this one. We'll do the old scoring and then get on to the final campaign of the day. Eshin is dead. It's a big old goose egg. Grimgor, on the other hand, 26. Very nice. And Grimgor still has a big confederation in Wurzag there. So it's a very strong turnout for the Greenskins. Celebron 0. Lokir's dead. Marathi, does she just have 4 here?
Be quick about it.
Yep. Get Malekith while we're at it. 21. Clan Moors. Yeah, I didn't see him take 8 peaks either. He must have snuck in there. 1, 2, 3, 6. I think that's 6 for Clan Moors. Pestilence is dead. And Manfred. 23. Very good performance from Manfred. And then 0 for Vlad, because we know he died. Alright. So we're going to kick off final campaign for today, and actually the final campaign for just Fog of War. So the next round that I do will be no Fog of War, and that'll be the next live stream. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but that's what we'll be taking a look at. So if the hypothesis is correct, lifting the Fog of War on the next round of 20 campaigns, all of these evil factions are going to do far, far worse than they would do with the Fog of War on. That's the idea. I don't get why Axolotl cannot defeat the Deadwood. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know. Those Dark Elves, they just have a good auto-resolve. I think there is something wrong with Lizardmen auto-resolve. I really do. Or Lizardmen economy, one of the two. I feel like either A, they can't fund the armies to defeat enemies, or they just don't have the auto-resolve values to beat certain races. I think it's either one or both of those. There was even a time when CA broke their AI and they were only able to have one army at a time. That was a real dark time for the Lizardmen AI. Alright, while this final campaign kicks off, I am going to leave for a couple minutes and I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I am back. Let's see what we got going on here. I didn't catch what turn it is. 7 factions and they still underperform. Rictus survived the Forge Bound again. Oh, but Pestilence is gonna die. Oh, yep. Rictus is doing good. Yeah, and Pestilence. Yeah, Itza will probably bring it to him. Looks like Lokir has a good start, though. He took the volcanic island there. It's a good start for him. Marathi's making her way onto Ulthuan. Cetra having a pretty good start again, too. Oh, poor Grom. And I have to assume Morgur died without putting up a herdstone. Rictus went to war with Malekith? Oh no. That's bad for Rictus. I don't know why, but I think Rakarth is an interesting faction. He's very underrated. Oh yeah. Rakarth is very strong. Being able to give all of his monsters that murderous prowess, awesome. And the fact you can get Carnosaurs and stuff as a Dark Elf, that's so cool. Tretch has a Death Wish. Yeah. He's not going to last long. Yeah, he already lost the city to Malekith. I've never seen anyone war Rakarth while he's on his island. I've seen Karone come up to Albion, and I've seen some Norskins go over to Albion. I want to say I've also seen the Reichland do it, but those are like the only three I've really seen go up to Albion. Oh, look at that. Morathi confederated the Scourge of Cain. Yeah, other than that, Rakarth is pretty safe up there. Yep, they start at war. Yeah, Rakarth starts at war with those people, so that's probably why they do go to Albion. Extawatl died to colonies. Holy cow! Usually it's Skeggy, but now it's the colonies? Holy moly. Ooh, pardon me. Look at Malagor. That's a really far north herdstone there. Right in the middle of Wurzag. I have to imagine that's not going to last long. Yeah, I was really hoping with the last DLC that we were going to see some, like, super performing lizardmen. Like, just absolutely crushing nearby factions, developing mega superpowers. You know, spanning continents with their empires. It just wasn't the case. Oh yeah, Lokir's doing quite well. Got 5 cities here. Lokir might even kill off Teclis. Anything Lizardmen do worse this update? Oh gosh, I don't know. It might be. I think it'd be really cool if AI Oxwattle could jump around the map all over the place too. Yeah, Malagor is a menace. Look at that. He burned down Ekrond. And he defiled it on top of that. Just to really mess with Wurzag. But I don't think Wurzag cares a whole lot. He just killed off the border princes. Wurzag's on a tear. Yeah, look at that. Lokir did kill off Teclis. Ooh. A strong Lokir here is probably really good for Pestilence. Because with no Teclis, and probably Lokir going to war with Itza might not have the military strength to push Pestilence back, so I think we might see Skrull survive here. I've never seen the Rakarth dynasty expand outside this update. I've seen Rakarth. I think there was one campaign we did today where he took Marienburg and he had these 3 settlements here. And I think another one we saw where he took Corone outside of Albion. That's really... I haven't seen him very big. Sometimes he goes into Norska as well. But I don't know if I've ever seen him hit double-digit settlements. I think he usually stays relatively small and then gets confederated by Malekith. Yeah, the Tomb Kings, looks like Cetra's doing okay, but the Rakoff dynasty is doing quite well. Looks like Arkin the Black actually killed off a Bretonnian or 2. Sorry for your poor Spang. Oh, it's no problem at all. Herdstone destroyed by Grimgor. Oh, yeah. Grimgor got in there and dealt with it. Now Grimgor might take Ekrond while he's at it. It's free real estate. You think Grimgor's gonna pass up free real estate? Oh, Skarsnik bites the dust. Ripperoni, Skarsnik. Carrick Norn, of all factions. Wasn't even Clayne Angren that killed him. Oh, big confederation for Grimgor there. Looks like Vlad's desperately hanging on here, too. Relegated to just Schwarzhofen? The moot got burned down? Okay, Vlad retook the moot, though. Yeah, oh, yeah, this is the campaign where all Skaven are alive. You're absolutely right. This is the one. Golden Order. Wow, look at the Golden Order go. You're right. They're pushing into the Badlands. That's crazy. Yeah. Oh, Angren's going into the Border Princes as well. Nikai's still on the move. Oh yeah, you're right. He's up here. Ooh, pardon me. Oh my gosh, Malagor made another Herdstone. He lost one and just made another. Marathi's barely hanging on to Ulthuan, too. She's got a trace here and a little piece of Kathi. Ah, thank you, Shreds. Didn't reach the mutant time. Yep, Rictus is dying. Looks like Eshin is dying too. Oh, and Mulder. Looks like Manfred is attacking Clan Mulder up there as well. Oh, come on, kitty. Yeah, the dwarves are really doing well, especially with Clan Angren like they are. Clan Scryer really needs to attack Clan Angren, but looks like Clan Scryer's busy in Athelloren. Looks like a classic order tide. Yeah, it could definitely go that direction. Oh, look at that! Yeah, you're right. Oxwaddle's got 6 settlements up there. They actually killed the Deadwood Sentinels. Or they almost have killed them. Very good performance from them. Yeah. There they go. They killed them off. 7 settlements for Oxwaddle. Lacroix's doing good too. Tic-Tac-Toe's got 6. Aw, Nakai died. Right at the end too. Alright, this is the final turn. Alright, so Eshin at the top with 0 because he got confederated. Green skins. 18. Not bad. Oh, lag. Helebron with 0. Lokir, 1, 2, 3, 4. Marathi. Is that 6? Yep. We'll get Nagaron over here with 21. Clan Moors. Not bad. 12 for Moors. 1, 2, 3 for Pestilence. $14 for Manfred. Not the best Start. Oh, okay, there's Vlad. I was gonna say, did Vlad die? No. Excellent. All right. Well, that is all the campaigns I'm going to do for today. So we now have 20 campaigns down to turn 50 on very hard difficulty with the Fog of War on. So the next round I'm going to do are going to be Fog of War off, 50 turns. We're going to do 20 campaigns in very hard difficulty. And that'll be the next live stream. I'm going to try to get 10 in. They are going to take longer because all the armies moving around takes a little additional time, but I'll try to account for that. So, you know, if this takes 3 hours and 45 minutes to do 10 of these, it'll probably be 5 hours or so for the ones without Fog of War. So, that will be the next one. Thanks everybody for stopping by and chatting. I really appreciate it. You guys have a good one. When we do Fogless, maybe Oxalot will beat Malekith. We shall see. Yeah, it should shake things up quite a bit if my theories hold true. Thanks Shreds and Seven for all the chats. I really appreciate it. You guys have a good time. I'm gonna sign out. Adios.